We are hearing from pro-Palestinian activists in the past hour about their treatment by Israeli forces after their flotilla was intercepted in the Mediterranean Sea. They were trying to breach Israel's blockade of Gaza to deliver food and medicine to the territory. Israel deported them to Turkey, where they landed just a short time ago.
We've been beaten, tortured, systematically, dehumanized.
Me personally, I was kept in cuffs where I can't feel my hands anymore. I was kicked in the ribs multiple times.
We were brutalized, most definitely. And yeah, there were some very, very sad scenes.
Israel's foreign ministry confirmed a group of Canadians were among those deported. There has been intense backlash to the detention of the activists, especially to a video posted online by Israeli cabinet minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. Now, in it, he taunts detainees as they are bound and kneeling on the floor. Several countries, including Canada, have summoned their Israeli ambassadors looking for answers. CBC's Cameron McIntosh has more from Jerusalem.
According to lawyers that are representing all of the detainees, all the activists, those 12 Canadians are on their way out of the country. Now, after being detained by Israel in international waters yesterday and then brought into Israel non-voluntarily, they were put in an Israeli prison overnight as their deportations were being processed. Now, let's bring up that Ben-Gvir video one more time here and take a look at this. Like, the treatment of some of these detainees throughout the video, you see Ben-Gvir, the security minister here, not only mocking them, but you do see some people being held in restraints, being forced to kneel with their heads down, their arms bound, their hands bound behind their backs. In addition to this, the human rights group that is providing legal counsel for many of the activists says that some of them were also abused by Israeli forces. Take a listen to this.
One account that one of our lawyers was told that I think really goes to show the level of brutality that was employed was that one of the activists was forced to strip naked and run while guards were laughing. That is the type of level of humiliation and a public display of control and humiliation that the activists were confronted with.
Now, Israel is not commenting on any of the allegations of abuse, but confirms that it did use non-lethal force in some of these detentions. As the flotilla was approaching Israeli and Gazan waters, Israel did warn that force may be used. And while the Prime Minister of Israel and many within the government cabinet are denouncing the Ben-Gvir video, they're not apologizing for any of this. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insisting that Israel has a right to enforce a blockade around Gaza and to detain people who are on the verge of breaching it, even if that's in international waters. Of course, international legal experts dispute that.
Okay, Cam, I mentioned a few moments ago that Ottawa has summoned the Israeli ambassador to Canada. We know that other countries are doing the same, countries that have had nationals on that flotilla. The actions of Ben-Gvir have put the Israeli prime minister in the hot seat. So it's a complicated issue. It's political, it's humanitarian, it's diplomatic. Walk us through all of this.
Okay, it's complicated here in Israel because the government here is not like the government of Canada. This is a coalition government. Ben-Gvir is part of it. He represents a far-right faction of Israeli politics and Israeli society, but he's in a coalition that is propping up Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. This is not the first provocative thing that Ben-Gvir has done. In fact, he's already been sanctioned in Canada for other things. That includes a travel ban to Canada. So to see Canada denounce him for this video, joining many other countries, many allied countries to Canada, Italy, France, the UK, the list goes on, is not all that surprising. What is somewhat surprising is the denunciations within the Israeli government itself. Again, the Prime Minister of Israel saying that Ben-Gvir's video does not go along with, Israeli standards and Israeli ethics. As for those Canadians, we are being told that they're on their way home, but the group that has organized this flotilla today, it released a statement calling on Canada to do more than just recall the Israeli, or than to summon the Israeli ambassador. It wants Canada to impose further sanctions on Israel, further sanctions on Ben-Gvir. The Canadian government says when it comes to Gaza, it's aligned with the United Nations and its efforts to bring aid in. As for all those Israeli ambassadors around the world being summoned to explain things, a very busy day if you're an Israeli ambassador.
CBC's Cameron McIntosh in Jerusalem.